Hello, happy holidays and welcome to Series 3 Growthonomics. And we're also looking for the name for our session. Every Thursday we hope to post something meaningful for you guys. So, as many of you, my head of data, head of products for Series C funded startups, as you're going into a little downtime, you're probably thinking about your wish list for Santa. And as I've been talking to many of you over last 1 year, I know what's top of mind for you. And I know 4 things which are top of mind for many of our clients. Number 1, you're all asking for single source of truth, right? You're calling it master table, core table, single source of truth. Essentially, there is data deluge, too much data to be reconciled. And really, it's diluting the value data can bring to your business. We all know the data can be monetized, but just having this huge volume of data flowing to us is a problem. And we're all asking for single source of truth. So you'll all want single source of truth, right? So that's one of the things you're asking from Santa. Number 2, most of you are asking for less and less data discrepancy. You have data coming in from Amplitude, you have data coming in from your various app sources, from your vendors, APIs, and so on, and you're asking for, can we get less data discrepancy? Can we find greater confidence in data? So that's number 2. Number 3 is that you are asking for your data scientists and analysts to have a seat at the table. Are they able to be in those meetings where forward-looking decisions are being made and reflected on? So you're asking for your data scientists to have seat at the table, which makes sense because that's when data will add value. And then 4th one, which is closely related to it, is you want your data assets to drive value, right? So you want your organization to be not a cost center, but that of revenue center, that which is looked at as essentially an asset, an organization that drives value. So these are the 4 things I know you want in 2022. And Santa, like he always does, he's going to qualify you. He's going to see whether you're being good enough or not. And I would like you guys to think about, as you go on a little bit of downtime right now in next 10 days, think about how you're going to get ready for 2022. And as Santa is asking for, he's asking for some really clear, he wants to see how good you've been. So the number 1 thing Santa is looking for is whether you have alignment between your data and your business metrics, right? So are your metrics, are the data that you're collecting, is it lining up to the business? That's number 1. Number 2 is, do you have your analytics agenda for 2022, right? And that doesn't mean a dump of Jira requests. It means your bets on top 10 to 12 projects, which is going to drive value, significant value for the business. So do you have that? And number 3 is, do you have permission from your stakeholders? Do you have permission to talk to your stakeholders? Do your analysts and data scientists have permission to talk to your stakeholders and say no to some of the Jira tickets, so that based on the why behind the what? Do they have permission to ask the why behind the what, so that they're not working on these tactical tickets, update this, do this, versus you have resources who are working on more higher value stuff. So we all know the realities of ticketing systems. We all live in it. We know how important it is. But how do we get beyond tactical? Are you doing that? Santa is asking you, are you doing that already? And number 4, do your analysts and data scientists and data engineers, do they have an analytics or data science process? Which means, do they have a process? Do they all have a standard process by which they attempt to solve the problem? They are given a problem, somebody submits a problem, we have do a campaign analysis from a marketing team. Do they have a process from going from a problem which is stated to refining the problem, laying out a hypothesis-driven plan, then executing on that plan and collecting only relevant data, and then deriving insights using a recipe-based method and recommendations? So we have a process called Bada. For some of you, if you want to look it up, It's available as open source in my book, Behind Every Good Decision. But irrespective of whether Vadan or something else, do your analysts have a process to get to accelerated insights and actions and recommendations? So if you have these four, alignment between data and business, 2022 agenda, having the ability to ask why behind the what, and your analysts and data scientists following a process, trust me, you won't need Santa to grant your wishes. Your wishes will be granted. Happy holidays.